All right, what's going on, guys? NFL Week 4, Julian Edlow here, MajorWager contributor. You'll catch one of my NFL articles with my 3 favorite plays up on the website, but I'm just going to run through the NFL card with you guys real quick and just go through everything I like, all my leans and potential plays here. So I'm just going to run through this game by game. First one we have up here is Washington at the New York Giants. I actually like the Giants in this one as 3-point home favorites. You don't want to get too overhyped with what Daniel Jones did in his debut. I think he's going to have a reality check at some point soon this season, but it's not going to be against the Washington defense that just made Mitch Trubisky look good, is coming off a short week from that Monday night game. I think this is a spot even without Saquon. I think there's some overreaction with Saquon Barkley being out and this spread only being 3. It would be much more, I think, if Barkley was playing. But the Giants will be able to make it work for one game with Wayne Gallman. Daniel Jones can run a little bit himself, and then maybe they'll hit some struggles. You know, they have the Vikings next week. That's going to be a much tougher game. But I like the Giants -3 in this game. They're -150, -160 on the money line. I think that's a fine play too. We got the Browns at the Ravens. This is probably a game that I'm going to leave alone. I like the Ravens to win the game. If you can find the Browns +7.5, I don't mind it if you can get the hook there. I think Cleveland can probably keep this one pretty close. They were able to keep it within a touchdown against the Rams. They bounced back after their embarrassing Week 1 loss in Week 2 on the road, albeit against the Jets. So, take that as you will. Probably not a game I'll be playing, though, which is kind of the case with Oakland and Indy as well. 6.5, 7-point spread I'm seeing. I like the Colts at home in this spot, but we've got T.Y. Hilton as doubtful with that quad injury that knocked him out last week. We've got a lot of key pieces on that Indy defense that aren't going to be playing. So this is probably a stay-away spot for me, although I don't trust the Raiders. You got the Colts at -295 on the money line. That could potentially be a parlay piece, but one I'm staying away from. Patriots at Bills. I think the Bills are a fake 3-0 team, beating the Jets, Giants, and Bengals. The Patriots have beat bad teams as well. However, they've done it in dominant fashion, and that defense has still allowed just 3 points on the season because the Jets got a special teams touchdown on a muff punt and a pick 6 of Jared Stidham, and then Tom Brady comes back in the game. So I think the Patriots are going to handle business here at 7. Love getting it at 6.5 if you can. Love using the money line in a parlay piece. You'll see that in my article, and I'll tell you my money line parlay at the end of this video, which has the Patriots winning. But I think they cover in this game. Another play that I like, you can get the Buffalo Bills under 17.5 on the team total. I don't see how they're going to get to that number. Like I said, the Patriots have allowed 3 points all season on defense. And the Bills' offense hasn't been anything special. They're averaging 22 points per game, and now they're going to play by far their toughest defense of the season, maybe the best defense in the league in the Patriots. So a lot of plays I like here for Pats, Bills. Chiefs-Lions, tough one because we have Stafford, surprisingly popping up as questionable on the injury report on Friday. So his status is obviously worth 6-7 points in this game. I don't mind taking the risk on Chiefs at -6.5, which I'm seeing right now on DK Sportsbook, just because I think that's a fair number for the Chiefs to begin with. And then if Stafford doesn't play or is limited playing, you get an obvious advantage there. So I would lean Chiefs 6.5 here. You can put the -315 in a money line parlay if you want. And I like the player prop number on Mahomes, 315 passing yards. Love the over. He's thrown for at least 374 in each game this season. This is going to be his first game in a dome in the NFL, actually. In college, he threw for almost 500 yards per game in a dome, which was 126 yards per game more than his averages. So great spot in a dome. Running back position is banged up for Kansas City. Really like this spot for Mahomes to keep rolling in terms of player props. Titans, Falcons, I don't like anything. Classic stay-away spot. Falcons, with the loss to Indy last week, moved to 0-12 against the spread in their last 12 against AFC competition. But then the Titans are just so bad, you can almost talk yourself into the Falcons. I don't want anything to do with this game. Chargers, Dolphins, we've got that shrinking spread with the Chargers having Mike Williams named out. Travis Benjamin's doubtful. Justin Jackson's out. Will we see Melvin Gordon? Kind of a weird game. But I do like the Chargers minus 14.5 if you want to make a play there. I'm more will be including that Dolphins money line. Not Dolphins money line. Chargers money line at minus 910. I think that's a small number compared to a lot of places having it at like minus 1200. That I would include in my money line parlay, which I'll give you guys at the end of the video. But the play that I'm going with in this game is just the Miami team total under 14.5 points. They've scored 16 points all season. Why is their team total in one game 14.5? I don't think they're going to get there against the Chargers here. Panthers, Texans, another stay away spot for me. Spreads 4, totals 47.5. Just don't have a good feel for this game in terms of what we should expect. We'll learn more about Kyle Allen. He obviously looked good against Arizona, but it's easy to look good against Arizona, and Houston's a very inconsistent team. Panthers had 8 sacks last week against Arizona. Nobody gets sacked more than Deshaun Watson against this banged-up Houston offensive line. So that could be a little bit of an advantage for Carolina, but not enough for me to necessarily act on it. Bucs-Rams, 9-point spread here. My lean would be with the Rams. Goff and that offense is just better at home. And then we saw this Rams defense cause a lot of trouble on the road against Cleveland. Now they're at home facing a worse offensive line in Tampa, a more turnover, mistake-prone quarterback in Jameis Winston. I think the Rams should cover here, but I more like them to win in this game. You can use them as a teaser piece. I kind of like teasing the Chargers and Rams as a 2-team teaser. Another stay away spot for me is going to be Seattle, Arizona. If I were to make a play on this game, I would lean with Seattle minus 5. Maybe the over 48. I think it was higher in the week. I think it was 49, so it's coming down a little bit. But I think we should see a good amount of points in this game. In Arizona, that one is. Vikings-Bears. I like the Vikings on the road as underdogs here. I think you can take them plus 110 on the money line. The Bears have the better defense for sure, but Minnesota's got a solid defense and is much more capable on offense. That run game with Dalvin Cook has really been clicking. And Kirk Cousins is capable if he needs to throw to Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs. Those guys have been bad this season from a fantasy perspective, but that's because of the limited opportunities. If they get more opportunities here against the Bears, I like them a lot. I just think we can't trust that Bears offense. It's coming off a high against Washington, but Washington makes everyone look good. So I'll take a stab plus money on the underdog here with Minnesota. Jacksonville, Denver, crazy, 37.5 points here, but Denver favored at home. I think I would lean with Jacksonville plus 3. I just think Jacksonville's been the better team. They have the better quarterback potentially with Gardner Minshew going up against Joe Flacco. Flacco's historically been pretty bad against Jacksonville. Tough game, but with so few points projected, I'll take the points with the underdog here. Going to Sunday Night Football, my lean would be with the Cowboys minus 3. Playing in New Orleans, this spot just gets much harder for Teddy Bridgewater, whereas Dallas's offense is going to have a chance to really keep clicking. They've faced really bad defenses all season to put up the numbers they've put up, but New Orleans is another bad defense, and they should be able to attack it in the Superdome on Sunday Night Football. So I would lean with Dallas there. Monday Night Football, no real lean right now, but to go with a player prop, the Steelers have been getting killed by slot receivers. So Tyler Boyd is going to have some player props available. We'll see what they come out at, but I have a lot of interest in the over in receptions and yards there. So just to wrap up, you probably noticed the 3-team money line parlay. I have it on Twitter. You can follow me at Julian Edlow, get all my plays there. But Patriots, Chargers, and Rams money line parlay, you can get that at minus 120. I think that's a really strong play for 3 teams in terrific spots to win. So that's probably going to be my biggest play of the week. I know it's a 3-team money line parlay, but it's just a spot where I really don't see any of those 3 teams losing. So yeah, good luck this week, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this. Maybe helps you out with some leans on some plays. You can follow me on Twitter at Julian Edlow. I'll have all my plays there, and definitely check out my article with my 3 top plays on the MajorWager website.